Hello everyone. It's been a while since I have made a video about narcissism, but as many of y'all know on this platform, there is a creator who has been exhibiting a lot of narcissistic behavior recently. I would like to emphasize that I do not hold a degree in psychology, nor am I apt to accurately diagnose anyone with narcissistic personality disorder as listed in the DSM-5. I would simply like to compare this creator's behavior to eerily similar behaviors that I have witnessed, observed, and experienced from narcissistic people. I would also like to emphasize that there is a GoFundMe, which I will link in the description in this video and wherever else I can link it, where you can donate and show your support to this creator's ex-partner, because she is the person who truly deserves your support right now, not me, definitely not the creator I'm about to talk about. With that being said, it's time to talk about Brad Taste in Music. Brad Taste in Music is a music reviewer who was once well-liked and well-respected by many people on YouTube, including myself, which is why it was incredibly disappointing when all of this horrible narcissistic behavior came to light, as it usually does with narcissistic people. This narcissistic behavior came to light in the form of a leaked audio of this creator truly hurting someone, seriously causing a great deal of pain to this person that he claims to love. And this audio, it's very difficult to listen to. If you know anything about Brad Taste in Music or the Brad Taste in Music situation, I'm sure you know enough about this audio. I'm sure you've heard enough of this audio, because I know I have. This audio is very reminiscent of a lot of the experiences I've had with narcissists, especially through the lens of the acronym DARVO. If you have experienced a narcissistic person in your life, and if you know much about narcissism, you know this acronym way too well, all too well. This acronym stands for Deny, Attack, Reverse Victim, and Offender. And it appears to be exactly the tactic that Brad is employing here in this audio. Because Brad is continuously making this person feel unsafe in their own head, which is a feeling which is all too familiar to anyone who has experienced a narcissist in their life. You do not feel safe in your own head, because their goal is to render you so confused that you are not able to properly see the horrible things that are being done. They wish to divert your attention away from that. So they will not give you time to speak, which Brad never gives this person time to speak at all. He doesn't even give this person time to think. So that acronym DARVO is very, very disturbingly prevalent in this audio. The other term that came to mind while I was listening to this audio was word salad, because that is exactly what Brad seems to be spewing throughout this audio, which lasts over 10 minutes, unfortunately. Throughout over 10 minutes of audio, Brad never once expresses a substantial thought. All the words he says, even though he doesn't give this person time to think or speak, he still says nothing. Even though he's trying to yell and sound big and threatening, he doesn't say a single thing of substance, thus making it word salad. It's a bunch of words strung together with no meaning with no meaning. And it is very, very terrifying to be in that position. And this is the audio that made the mask slip for Brad. It happens at one point or another with all narcissistic people, but Brad just happened to have it exposed to a larger audience. And for that reason, it led to the narcissistic collapse and the narcissistic rage, which was displayed in this audio that came out about him. And even before this audio, looking at him through the lens of Darvo, you can see other times where the mask has slipped before, knowing what we know now. Looking back at his older music reviews, it often seems like he is trying to project everything onto the artists he is reviewing. Sometimes it is someone deserving of criticism. For instance, Ronnie Radke or Tom MacDonald, commonly hated artists who are very deserving of criticism, who I even enjoyed Brad reacting to and laughing at and criticizing. Now that we know what we know now, we can view that through the lens of Darvo and expose it for what it really is. It's him trying to project onto the subject of the music review and always giving out red headphones and giving little constructive criticism to some of these artists. His reviews started out better than they are now. Over time, he's definitely let the ego get to him, where he kind of makes less of an effort to put out substantial content and will just give like a couple comments or two and then boop, red headphones. There is a trend of less and less substantial content over time because this is when the mask truly starts to slip. And I feel as though even more narcissistic behaviors are prevalent in the videos that followed after the audio was leaked. When Brad made the pathetic attempts to put the mask back on and save face and try to redeem himself for the public, which he did not succeed at in the slightest. Within these videos, not once does he have a shred of compassion for this person who he has attacked. In fact, he continues to attack her, continues to talk bad on her name, including a 50-minute freestyle trying to disrespect this person further. That is truly astounding to me. And that is much more than someone accidentally saying the wrong thing or accidentally making an off-color joke. That is a narcissist. No other way to describe it. This is someone who, eerily similar to Ronnie Radke, is only obsessed with image, only obsessed with the fact that people are talking about him, which is why I was very hesitant to make this video. But it does need to be talked about. Not in support of him, but in support of the people that he has hurt and the people who once liked him, who the audience who feels lied to, that deserves to be talked about. Everybody who he has lied to and hurt in his life, on and off this platform, on and off the internet, because he has hurt a lot of people, and he will continue to hurt a lot of people if he is not exposed for what he is, which is a horrible narcissist who does not give a single shred of compassion to the people he attacks, who makes people feel safe who makes people feel unsafe within their own heads. The person who has deceived millions, the person who projects every single one of their insecurities and bad traits onto not only musicians, but the musicians he reviews, but the people he claims to love. It is truly astounding, and I believe that it is truly reminiscent of the narcissistic behavior that I have experienced in my own life. So for that reason, I really wanted to talk about it. I don't know, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.